What is going on, guys? It is Rexsi here. Welcome back. Today we are going to be watching the SMITE season 8.9 update.
Doing really fantastic. Doing really well.
So welcome everyone.
Exciting day.
It very much is, and we have so many.
This guy's got
things
an
to go
echo
over.
like crazy.
Off the cuff, we have 8.9 bonus.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk.
I'm a little behind right now, just because I thought this was like usually they do like the update show thing, the pre-update show. Snowball, stop licking the bananas. Hey, stop. Usually they do the pre-update show, but for some reason, it started like earlier than usual. For some reason,
Physical protection taken away. Clumsy.
Anyways, let's get to it.
Over the last few patches, we've seen a rise
Finally.
in increased vampiric shroud prevalence, and then we saw it dominating, especially the
I like
first
to
phase.
see
You guys know
the
for
physical
bonus
part
balance,
reduct.
we usually.
Anyways,
try
yeah,
and,
welcome. I'm
cater
gonna be
towards
snacking a bit
protein
as
well
we
as
watch these patch notes.
vampiric shroud. Well, we're
Please, no
increasing
spoilers
protection
if you
just a little
have been
bit
here
so that
before.
Maybe Guardians aren't just overshining warriors constantly.
Or you're a little ahead because I'm like maybe 5 minutes behind.
Sounds good. Next up,
food?
we're moving into Jotun's Wrath.
I
if
bought
I'm saying that right.
crispy
Getting
chicken
some
strips,
physical
a 3-piece
power.
meal.
How
Like
about
I bought something as fast. I was getting groceries.
Yeah, so for Jotun's Wrath,
I was at the gym. I didn't have time to
A
shower.
bunch of buffs to all the junglers. Really
So I was starting, I was like,
attacking the meta, and that's actually what we've seen.
No! Actually, that's not even a big deal.
Back in a really big way with assassin
Still
playstyle,
super cheap.
But we did give like I think a grand total of like 3 to 4 power over a whole bunch of items.
Yeah.
We're just gonna tone that back a hair. So 5 power off Jotun's Wrath. We really like that item is now cheaper, so it's more easily built. We just want to make
What did he call it?
match a bit more with the power it's providing.
Oh,
And then the next item, Transcendence, is also gonna get a small power reduction.
No!
Yeah, and that does it for the items in the bonus patch. Next up, we have some gods. Looks like Circuit is kind of having a shift.
Can't believe you
for last
pawn bodies.
round
Nerfing
ability.
fucking
What's up with that,
Transcendence.
Clumsy?
This is a problem, man.
Yeah, so I mean, with the map changes we've had, as well as ever since mid-season, we've seen a little bit more Circuit, but there's always been the issue with a couple of these assassins, where we've noticed that when we see them rise up, they might be a little bit more in the.
The guy on the left looks
So
like
just
Ed.
we've done
I'm
previously,
convinced.
Circuit's going to be getting a base damage decrease, but a
You guys want to be
increase. This should help her, find
on
that balance
screen?
between.
I don't know where I can put you.
Awesome. Sounds good. After that, looks like Raijin is also kind of getting a shift in the bonus patch with Thunder Crash. How about that, Pawn?
Yeah, so Raijin's been another character that's been really doing well in the Pro League, and one thing that we got talked to about was that Thunder Crash. It does that initial AoE damage, and then it mezzes and does the follow-up damage.
I heard he's like really
And
OP right
this
now.
can sometimes,
Raijin.
how it gets interrupted, mean that you get some.
Surprised I haven't seen him on Duel.
damage. And so now we've moved all that damage onto just the landing, so the only initial part does the mez, and then when you actually fully teleport, does all the
Kuba, ban anyone that spoils
and
anything,
we've
please.
also reduced that damage scaling, so it's just not as impactful. So overall, makes his damage a bit more predictable and less spread out, as well as is overall low.
Where do I put chat, man?
aggressively.
Love predictable helps me avoid being destroyed by it. Next up, we have Artio getting a nerf to Energy Surge. What's that looking like, Clumsy?
So RTO kind of came out of nowhere. We gave her a couple of buffs, and we didn't expect her to just rise in prevalence. Of course, with Vampiric Shroud,
what do I do?
Solo lane meta, it made sense. We're decreasing energy surge and therefore Maul praise cooldowns.
Audio nerf.
That alongside
Yada,
the
yada,
Vampiric
yada.
Shroud changes, we're hoping those will be enough
put it over
for
here,
now
I guess.
without just gutting the character.
Awesome. Yeah. Cerberus also getting a nerf alongside that. Ghastly Breath looks like some protection debuff changes. What's that? What's going on there, Pawn?
Another really popular Guardian kind of solo laner or can flex into the support role as well. And one thing that really stood out on him was just that a Ghastly Breath protection shred was just so impactful. And so again, we're being a little bit cautious here. We don't want to over nerf this character because we are also adjusting Vampiric Shroud.
Yeah.
But we're reducing that protection debuff so that when you're brawling directly into him, you're not going to have so much of a protection disadvantage, especially early on in the game. Makes him a bit more fair to fight against.
Yeah, I definitely felt the shred when I stood in that breath for too long. So finally, we have Hell getting a nerf as well to the Inspire ability.
No.
Yeah, so a lot of the themes you're going to see are a lot of revolving around that soul lane, as well as the mages that can use Vampiric Shroud well.
What?
Hell, we've seen her a lot in the soul lane. We're even seeing her being quite powerful in the mid lane, and we've touched her healing on other characters a lot. We didn't want to.
Isn't this like the first time in forever that Hell's actually been somewhat decent?
Because we know that needs to be decently strong
Conquest?
to survive in mid lane or even solo lane. So we want to have her healing minions slightly less, so that way when she's really chunky,
Slightly, that's 50%.
Your minions, she's not healing her own as much. We think that should be slightly less oppressive in lane.
Cool. Sounds good. And that wraps up the 8.9 bonus balance. So
Slightly
y'all can be
feels like
looking
an
for that.
understatement.
That'll be coming October 5th, so make sure y'all are on the lookout for that, and you can read the bonus update notes.
I do want to note one real quick thing as well. We've got a couple of things that we were addressing.
Chat, wedges or french fries? Fuck! No! Damn it! What do I... I'm just gonna refresh it, I guess.
available right
Lava coming from his mom. The your minions. She's not
now. Coming out with.
This is bad.
Ooh,
I'm just
like
gonna keep doing that. I don't want to spoil
I
anything.
totally.
myself.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I was looking at the
Dang.
little guy's carrot pen in his glasses as well. I love the one taking notes on the side.
Yeah.
Who is that,
that's
Hera?
So awesome. I love
Wait.
the pink too. Like the pink and green really popped.
Who is
together.
that?
Oh, that is super
Yeah, this
cute.
whole card art is awesome.
Oh, it's
Totally love
Athena.
it.
Ooh.
Oh,
She looks less
looks
colorful.
great in
It's
game,
good.
too.
Definitely looks less
I was gonna say,
colorful.
the colors really come out from the card art into the in-game model. So well done.
Well, I just said the opposite, motherfucker. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's so
Oh
cool.
my god, can they hear me?
The shoulder pads.
It sounds like they were
Yeah.
reacting to me right
Oh
there.
my
That was
gosh,
weird.
That's so good.
Thank you,
See
Crusader.
another layer, orange. We're moving into fall, so it's really checking all the boxes here. This is
Love it.
super awesome. I absolutely adore it. What a good skin. Plus, I love Athena, so super excited for that. So cool.
So,
Do we have voice line? Yeah, let's run voice line.
thank you, Crusader. Wow. It's almost like they had months to prepare
Alright,
this.
sounds like the voice line is kind of having some issues right now. So
you can't just record the voice line and click play.
Obviously, they always do. So let's jump on. Let's next up.
How is it that
Same
hard,
Odyssey
man? I edit
Odyssey.
videos all the fucking time.
We have
maybe 'cause it's live, I don't know.
Fenrir.
Ooh.
That was good.
Oh, I've not
That's
seen
kinda
this
cool.
one before. This is super cool.
That is so awesome. I absolutely love that.
I think I just
love,
refresh
too,
this
like
before.
the dripping lava and
I was gonna say
Oh.
the same thing. The dripping lava coming from his maw is super cool.
Please don't be
Yeah.
shitting
I
game.
lo- I
Please
love
don't be
this
shitting
line
game.
of skin,
Please
like
don't be
the-
shitting
like
game.
the
Please
kind
don't
of
be
mech
shitting game.
skins with the floating pieces. Absolutely one of my favorite type of skins. Let's see what it looks like. Oh,
Oh.
that is so great.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I love-
the floating pieces all coming together.
it's
and the
l-
color energy is sweet.
Yeah.
Kinda reminds me
and
of
I
that
love,
Ymir
like, that
skin.
Fiery core. It's kind of right there in the middle of the chest and the back of the arms too. Like
I can't tell how much I like this skin. Like, it seems cool. I like the
yeah,
front, the face.
absolutely
Like, the
amazing.
mid-section
I
feels like
super
so
love
less
it.
colorful. And then, like, the feet kind of
let's
feel
run
weird.
The voice line.
Extermination.
Whoa. That is a sick voice back. What the fuck?
Yeah. Wow.
Imagine if that was the
That
Athena
seems
line.
like- I feel like I'm gonna get exterminated. Not excited to have that jump at me. So the next thing
Exterminated.
is from the Chosen One chest, and it's actually the Chosen Dragon Ao Kwang. Let's take a look at that card art.
Oh, hello.
Okay,
That's
this guy.
awesome. Dang.
That was a girl, I'd be
Look at
wet.
that
Like-
sword.
And the dragon form in the background in the sky.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, yeah.
How do you
wow.
not notice the dragon? What?
Liking this.
Yeah, we're big liking this.
I
That
can
is
hear
so-
lurking
Cat.
voice in my head saying that this is a top tier.
Where are you?
Yeah, 100%.
Is that the dragon in the back? The
Yeah.
one
I
that
Oh
you
my
said?
god, guys, come on!
Oh man.
Very cool.
That is.
There's
so
like
cool.
one thing in the
That's
background.
what it looks like in game.
It's in the sky.
Check that out.
Why does he have a duck face?
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I love the color scheme on his his tunic and stuff.
Why does he got a duck face
Yeah,
going? What
either
the
way,
fuck?
it works into that aura around.
Let me see
him.
his face again.
Absolutely amazing.
Did he have a duck
Plus
face?
that shoulder plate.
I was
is
gonna
so
say that
huge.
pauldron is definitely standing out.
He is.
Wow, absolutely fantastic. Let's.
What is
let's
with
see
his
what the
lips?
voice line sounds like on this one.
I shall have my revenge.
His voice line should be. Because he's a
And
duck.
his revenge he shall have. That is that's an awesome skin. The last one coming out in the 8.9 bonus update is going to be Deep Sea Scotty, which I'm super excited about. I love this one. Oh, there it is.
Ooh,
Wait
It's
a
a
second.
shark.
that's kind
I
of
was
cool.
gonna ask.
They should have put
It's
Cthulhu.
gonna be on land. I'm curious.
Nah,
That
no,
is
man,
so
maybe they shouldn't.
awesome.
Has
Pretty
little,
cool.
like, back robot legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at him.
Oh, no.
Good little shark boy. So this one, actually, fun fact about this, is a community concept skin from Wolf Dog Art.
Okay, guys, please. Like, I'm 5 minutes behind. Please, guys, stop fucking talking about what's coming up. I beg of you. I'm not kidding. Anyone says anything, I've asked.
It is actually a land shark.
Oh my
It's
god,
so
that's sick.
threatening.
That is terrifying.
Oh, that's cool. I
kinda
like the
love
dog
way
a
the
lot.
orange
Wow.
Jumpsuit kind of works with the
Just
blue
please,
of the shark,
please
too.
stop talking about what they're gonna talk about.
It's really
All I asked was not hard.
land shark. All right, let's hear what she sounds like.
I was like 3 minutes
Oh
behind.
boy, what discoveries do you think we'll find in the ocean today?
That is, oh, that's great. I love the way it sounds like you have the
I'm just not gonna read
audio
chat, I guess.
inside the helmet too.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. But yeah, that is the last of the skins coming out with the 8.9.
Oh, that's just the
bonus
8.9.
update. Again,
I was like, is that it?
live on October 5th. But before we move on to community news, we have something to share with y'all.
Oh. No. Is there no Worlds this year? Oh, watch from home just means. Please tell me that. Please tell me there's Worlds this year, please. Please. Wait, what? What does that mean? What the fuck is high-risk? SWC at home? No! Is that what that means?
That is right. High-Res Showcase and the SMITE World Championship are on the way. We are getting prepped for them even
Does that
now.
mean it's online? I'm so confused.
So excited. So as you saw in the video, you can look forward to those happening early 2022. That's January, starting on Thursday the 6th and going all the way through the 9th. So High-Res Showcase, like you saw in the video, is going to have all kinds of things going on. That's Thursday the 6th, and it's going to have cosplay contests, meet and greets, dev panels, community war, just so many things happening in the showcase itself. And then we're going to roll right out of the showcase into the World Championships, which will be going from that Friday, which is the 7th through the 9th.
Is it in person? I'm confused.
It's just going to be huge. It's a huge event, and we're excited to have y'all tune in. So make sure to hit that hashtag SWC at home and join us January 2022 for another amazing High-Res Showcase and SMITE World Championship. Super excited about it. So rolling out of that, we also currently have, if you're a Prime Gaming subscriber, if you have Prime Gaming skins coming.
What?
So you can pick y'all what was for that.
We know these ones.
So
Look at
we're
this
getting
one.
Another Raphael skin for Loki. Again, a Prime Gaming skin. And we are super excited
Oh, that's
for
pretty
y'all
cool.
to see it.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
just look at it. Absolutely amazing. I love the red mask. So
That's just
super-
nuts.
yeah,
I can't
Totally
believe how well this
agree.
looks. Like the comic book kind of shading. I love this.
I love it with the bold black lines too. Super good. And again, this is a Prime Gaming skin. So this one's gonna be a while. We have to wait till November for this one, because Krang is next. But
I can't wait for
out
Krang, dude.
this, and definitely be excited for the Prime Gaming skins coming, because back-to-back bangers. Another thing worth talking about is that we are currently running a whole week of Party Up. So y'all might have seen about it earlier, but play with your such. So running 10 gaming. Hey, we're always some good gaming.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the big thing here for the Chinese Joust map is one thing that we've noticed with people playing it, especially with the kind of changes that's happened since the Joust map was out, is that the kind of level pacing that players have come to expect doesn't quite match with what's happening in Joust currently.
It is very slow.
As well as the difficulty of some of the objectives on the map feeling like they
Does that mean Duel as well?
So we're doing
Is this
two
hard to
things
get level
really
20 in
address
Duel?
that. The first one is that we're going to be increasing the split bonus, so that people just generally level up faster.
Oh, it's split
They
bonus.
get
Oh, never mind.
closer to 20
Damn
or
it.
20 before the game ends versus getting to maybe only 15. As well as Bull Demon King is going to be just stronger in general, so it's going to be harder for that carry to go back off the first or second item and just go solo it really quickly. It's going to be more of a team objective that needs to be worked on versus something that can be soloed. As well as we fixed a whole bunch of other stuff around the map with things going through walls that they shouldn't be.
20 more fizz
The
balls?
Joust map has a whole.
Okay,
bunch of,
no,
walls that fire through them, and so we fixed a lot of issues regarding that as well.
You can't make the Joust
Awesome. Well,
Bull Demon the
always
same
nice
as
to
the
hear that
fucking
Joust is only becoming
Duel
more
Bull
fun
Demon.
and more scary because of the.
We went over this in the last map, or
Next up,
the
we
season
have
7
some
map.
Conquest things to talk about.
They better
But
not fucking
we
do
think
that
it'd
same
be better
thing.
to,
If they
share
literally
this with y'all
loop around to
first,
the same thing again, I'm gonna be
how
so
about you enjoy this
disappointed.
real quick?
Oh my god, man. They literally had to change that.
Let's bring change. But Tiamat's war is constant.
Oh, it's Arena.
For the first time,
It's not
Tiamat
Arena!
blankets
That's
the
it's Conquest. It looked like domination
Will
for a
the
moment.
lanterns of the battleground give sight
That's
to
cute.
the blinding flurries, or hide more dangers within? Spring leads to summer, summer to fall.
Wow, I didn't know
And
that.
as snow
Well,
falls
what
on
the-
the battleground, so too will the gods. In the winter, deadwoods.
Was that a stealth? Was that like a stealth thing? It's kind of cool.
Welcome to the Winter Deadwoods.
Welcome to League of Legends.
So, welcome to the Winter Deadwoods. So exciting. I mean, yeah, that's it. We have a winter map. Y'all excited?
Yeah, very
Yeah,
excited.
this is-
No, I hate it.
This is so cool.
I
I
mean-
mean, we've done the conquest refreshes, and like this is something that I think people have been wanting for a while, is to bring back this kind of wintry theme.
Yeah, and I mean, and from everyone I've talked to, it's something we've wanted to do for a while, and we finally were able to get it in there. We're
I'm done
finally
here.
able to do this for y'all, and I think we get to see the map in game. So let's see what that looks like. Let's get in there.
Yep. So we can see
Here we
that
are.
the map is all snowy. It's covered in snow.
129.
Everywhere
That is,
around
oh,
it.
that is.
This sucks. I'm so
Absolutely.
mad. I'm like 2
It's
minutes
like-
behind. I need to get a little more water, chat.
And so I know that with this map too, we're getting some. Not only is it a beautiful visual update with all of the snow and just the aura of the map, but I hear that there are also a few little mechanical differences that we're going to get to see gameplay-wise. Mind showing those to us?
Yeah, so the major big difference that I'm sure people have seen from me walking around here is these little lanterns that are around at various key locations. So you can see here we have a mist lantern, and if I choose to break it, the fog of the jungle takes over. And
What the? What? Bro, what the fuck is happening?
over, and you are now invisible here. So this is an
Yeah.
area where now players can break that and hide there to jump their opponents at any given point.
If it's broken, doesn't
That
it mean
is
that it's like pretty
so
obvious they're in there, I
awesome.
guess?
And, so how long do those last? How long does that little
20
vision
minutes.
mist last?
We've messed around with it for a little bit, but I think it's about 2 minutes. So when you break this, enemies have a pretty clear tell that someone was here and they did something. But it could very well be that maybe they are still there. Maybe they broke that half a minute ago. Maybe they broke that a minute ago. You don't necessarily know. There are a few rules though that you can use to help. So for example, if you actually ward inside of one, you actually are fully revealed. So like if I was hiding here and they had a ward in this fog, they would actually be able to see me just perfectly clearly. So there are some counterplay options that you have available to you at any given point. As well as when they cast abilities or do certain actions, they're also
Hi-Rez does
revealed. A lot of the
reuse
rules
so
from
many of their
Justice
assets, man. It's
Deathmatch,
insane.
a
Like,
lot
I
of
just
those rules
realized,
kinda hold here,
when I was
so if you play
talking about
Duel,
events the other
where it
day,
had this kind of similar kind of stealthing mechanic. It's very similar.
do you remember that Loki? Do you remember the Loki adventure where you had to fight like a Loki boss? Well, he did that where he'd throw out those like little like quick attacks. Like, look, they literally just took that and made that Loki's 3. That's how they changed the god. And then the same thing with the adventure. Like, they literally take assets from the
If
adventures.
you go into the
Just
enemy
like
jungle
the
and break
boss
one of
over there on the
those,
right
they
side of
see
the
that,
map.
They're gonna be like, well, do I
They
walk
reuse
by
so
it?
much
Do I take
stuff.
a longer route? Do I throw a ward? So lots of gameplay elements there. That is.
That adventure's.
super
No, I like the
awesome.
Medusas one,
Super
man.
Excited about this, and just the map looks so great.
The map looks so
Yeah,
pretty.
there's tons of details all over the place with it now being more snow themed. Some things from previous maps are still here. So I think the shipwreck and the
Like, why couldn't they have made a new?
Duel lane, that's
Like,
still
they have the
very much
same
present.
green buff
Odyssey Draugr is still here.
mob
You still have
as the
green
one
buff,
that's in the
and I
side. Like, they
believe
really
they're
couldn't have just
useful in
taken something from
pushing
another
boots,
map or
just
something.
like their timings and everything and their
I don't
strength.
know.
To further go along with this map.
That's my opinion.
Green
Yeah.
buff has gotten a little bit.
It's
more
cool,
support
but it's
for that
like, you
support
know.
buff, and the Draugr buff in the main two Draugr, I believe it's called.
First one is-
gonna
that's
be
fair,
spawning out
but-
1 minute on the clock instead of the 35 seconds.
Yeah, so it just some awesome changes to some gameplay elements, but overall just an amazing to look at map. I'm super excited to get into this
Grab.
map and play myself and
Grab.
you know, convince my entire team to hide in one of those hidden mist
yeah.
circles and jump on somebody trying to go get an objective. It's just so many fun gameplay elements I'm excited to play with. So yeah, this is super awesome. And again, y'all
Did you
can
guys
expect
hear
to
that?
be able to get into this with the 8-10 balance, which is going live October 9th. But, you know, convince my entire
Oh, I'm an idiot.
look out for this and be ready to try
Come
this
on.
out in the PTS.
I thought I heard like a teaser for the Banshee or something. I heard the doo 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 doo.
Yeah, so I think
That was
I think
singing.
that's good.
Yeah, that was humming.
so
Yeah.
awesome.
There was humming.
So next
Yeah.
we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. We're going into balance for 8-10, which again goes live October
I heard it. Yeah, I
19th,
thought
so that is
it sounded like
the
Heimdall. I was like,
Banshees
doo doo doo
update.
doo.
And there's so many things.
I don't know if that was a
Let's just
teaser,
dive
if that was
into it
intentional,
head
or-
first. The first of which is Elixir of Defense is kind of getting a buff to its damage mitigation. What's that looking like, Clumsy?
Yeah, and this one we really wanted to make sure that the offensive elixir buff was, not overshadowing the elixir of defense. Of course, there's going to be a lot of times where you're going to want that offensive elixir to kind of push through backdoor protections and really start closing out the game. But we hear you guys from, the support side of stuff. We're going to be increasing the mitigations from 5 to 10% to try and keep those a little bit more in line.
I see.
Always love to hear it. I love my tank, so the beefier the better.
This guy loves
Next up, we
everything.
have the, warding sigil kind of getting a shift to
That is a yes, man.
Pawn, what's happening here?
Yeah, so one thing that we were looking at when we were looking at the whole solo lane meta and how things were interacting, one thing that always fell out of favor was warding sigil. And the general consensus we got was aggression was the thing that you really wanted in solo lane, as well as if warding sigil was good enough in its
Facts. Thank you,
defense
it's
to
your one,
be
man.
like the go-to meta item, the meta in solo lane would probably be boring. And so we're looking to learn lessons from how Warrior's Axe work, how Vampiric Shroud work,
Yeah, I never
how
saw people
Fighter's
build that
Mask
item.
meta kind of works, and really making sure that warding sigil feels like it's a good starting item for what people want in the support and the solo role, which is to actually brawl each other with a little flavor as defense as its strength. So warding sigil is getting a shift. It's now getting physical power, which means that it will be a physical only item, so only warriors can get this. We've adjusted a lot of the stats, so it now has both protections and the actual dampening passive. When you're hit by an ability, you get a stack of dampening. That went from being flat damage reduction to protections as well. So the goal here is that you get that extra physical power you really need to brawl effectively, and you get your protections as the extra little flavor of strength.
Yeah, I forgot to
Warrior's
exist
Axe
as well.
has the steel health as its extra strength, Bluestone as wave clear as its strength, and then Vampiric Shroud is just the
Quick.
a whole stat shift. It has 350 explode, 50 physical power, 40 less. That's now 50.
Changing, but I love.
Okay, let's go back over
Exact
here.
passive as it did before.
So, new
And then
passive.
finally, Infuse Sigil, again
You
getting
lose
a
Sith
whole
for
stat
shit.
shift. It has 350 health, 50 physical power, less prots than Sigil of the Old Guard because that's really the defensive one.
An ability against
and
stack of
the
rebuke
actual
is
passive
24%.
component here, it's the when you get hit by abilities, you
3
kind of build up
times.
energy and then explode. The only change
It could be
here to
kinda
that
cool.
passive is that's now
Mix that
physical
with some
damage, because,
mitigations.
Again, this is now a
Dude, imagine
physical
that
item
with
for warriors.
Stone of
It
Foul.
makes sense for that to do physical damage.
Who would be good with? Who would be good with
course,
that?
yeah, wow,
Imagine
there's a
that
whole lot of
Stone of
stuff
Foul.
changing, but I
Wait, no,
love
only
watching
Guardians
the
can
meta
get Stone of
shift
Foul,
and
right?
items kind
Wait, no,
of
it's a
turning
magical
into
item.
being for
It's
their
only for warriors.
characters,
Never
so
mind.
Super excited. Next up, it looks like an upgrade for Warbanner is also having a shift. What's that looking like?
Yeah, so Warflag was updated to provide protections, but the upgrades to the starter weren't changed at all. So Warbanner's going to be getting this heavy shift where we're going to be removing all the power on it, but we're going to be adding protections instead. Spartan Flag will still be there as the power option for the tree, though.
Cool. Awesome to hear. Boomba's Dagger also kind of getting a nerf. How's that looking?
And so this currently goes with the other kind of jungle change we talked about in the bonus balance. We gave junglers a lot of extra power in their build, and Bumba's Dagger has a lot of extra utility, and then when we put that power on top of it, it not only became very good for junglers, but it also became good for other roles. We saw Carry starting to pick it up. We hear rumblings about potentially other roles even picking it up. And so just to kind of preempt that, we're going to take away some of the power.
He kept.
making sure that it feels
I just
a bit
got
more
groceries.
fair
I haven't
to
put all of them
build
away,
against.
and
If
he's just
you're
like licking the
choosing to
bananas
build
and
it
stuff.
Instead of a more dedicated starter to your role, you're going to feel that power hit a bit more by keeping it still much stronger than it was for junglers than pre-patch. This is still a pretty significant increase from what it had before, which was no power.
I agree.
Exactly.
Cool. Next up is Mannequin Scepter getting a nerf to its burn damage, it looks like.
Yeah, one of the things that Mannequin Scepter really excelled at was doing super high damage to jungle bosses, especially those jungle scorpions. So with the changes to,
I hope that
Bombas,
affects
we wanna make
Boldium
sure
as
that
well.
Mannequin still was hit by this nerf, so that it doesn't just start to overshadow Bumbas again.
Because
with jungle
mannequins
bosses. So
on
Mannequin's
against
base
Boldium is
upgrade will still
bullshit,
provide the
dude.
4 times burn effect, but not the starter Mannequin Scepter.
Got it. Awesome. Leather Cowl also kind of getting a nerf to some of the NP5 and the lifesteal. How's that going, Pawn?
That's interesting.
So before the Bumbas kind of came in and shook things up, we were also seeing a lot of Leather Cowl because it was your go-to for everything. And so when we are nerfing Bumba's Dagger, we saw that kind of come into play. We were like, well, we're going to go mostly back to Hunter's Cowl. The other stars aren't going to get much play as well. And so we just want to also nerf that as well.
The baby.
It would feel weird to just nerf Bumbas but not nerf this to potentially increase other items being purchased. So a small decrease to the MP5, a small decrease to the lifesteal. It still has kind of that all-around stat spread, but if you really want sustain, you should be going Death Toll. If you want more offensive capability, that's where you can get your Gilded Arrow. But for Leather Cowl, it was kind of too good at everything.
Got it. And its upgrade is also
Wish I
getting
said
a
nerf
nerf. Looks
Allura.
like
Yeah,
the
I
actual
saw that.
Hunter's Cowl itself in the attack speed area.
Yep, similar story here. It was like the go-to upgrade. That extra attack speed and aura for your team gave you a lot of free attack speed. It was just it was overshadowing other choices.
Cool. Always nice to bring it down and let everything else have a good chance. See it. Watch the game change. Pridwin is also getting some changes. Looks like a shift. And again, just a lot going on with Pridwin. So what's happening?
Yeah, Pawn, do you want to talk about this one?
Damn, that's a pretty big nerf.
So
oh,
Pridwin,
wait, no.
it was the kind of go-to for a lot of the assassin supports, as well as we were seeing tanky junglers and even assassin junglers.
I hated junglers having Pridwin, dude.
Tank choice, because it does give you a lot of survivability. The shield is really potent even when you don't have that much protections built, because it provides enough, and it worked off your base physical protection and magical protection. So we've changed it now so it actually works off only protections from items. So it no longer considers your base tankiness in that calculation, which means that now you have to actually build multiple tank items if you really want it to be strong. So roughly the way this worked out was, if you're kind of running the standard Gilgamesh build, had a few protection items in there, this is going to be able to...
I got it. Spectral armor, and definitely more of it's pretty targeted buff towards Olarum specifically. It's going to have applications against Fail Not as well for the mages that do get enhanced by that buff, but hunters can opt into critical strike, right? If we can see,
I guess
Guardians and Warriors pick up Spectral armor in return for that, but Olarum doesn't really have a choice. He is always going to be hitting with his magical crits based off his power due to his passive. So we've heard a lot from the community as well from the pros that if Spectral armor is as strong as it is, then Olarum probably
Fuck.
Fights. You're
Oh, okay, there we go.
a chance to be able to fight among all the rest of the warriors. Killy
ranked as
oh my god, it's so scuffed.
Yeah.
It looks like
Olarum Guardian is pretty good.
He had some more coming into the main patch. There was a huge meta shakeup that we had for the last patch with economy changes, jungle world changes. A lot was in flux of time, so all damage with other.
The Raijin, I guess, right?
He's right, exactly.
From we've seen Tiamat still rise in prevalence in casual.
Look at how they spelt abilities.
as well as ranked, as well as, of course, in the SPL scene. Raijin and Tiamat kind of vying for that mid lane supremacy. Tiamat has two main strengths that people talk about a lot. Her late game damage, especially, we believe, coming from the first ability, Primordial Onslaught.
Wait, is that right?
When she goes into the ground form, she's a little bit tankier than a lot of people would expect. So we want to still make sure that she feels tankier in that mode. She's also going to be, doing her melee basic attacks. Her abilities don't scale as high. But
if you have an apostrophe S, shouldn't you use a Y?
To make sure we don't go too crazy at once. So 5% there and a little bit of scaling on Primordial Onslaught.
Awesome.
It's not wrong. Oh my god.
Excited
Am I
to see
wrong?
how they work after this, how they're run. Next up, we have Achilles getting a buff to combat dodge. So what's that look like?
Yeah, there's not supposed to be an apostrophe, right?
Achilles definitely has some memorable moments of being really strong, but since a lot of the previous
I don't know why they put an apostrophe. That's what threw me off.
So we want to just kind of help him out there. And one thing that seems to be a bit lackluster is his ability to kind of brawl and effectively clear the wave earlier on. And so increasing the base damage of combat dodge to help, especially when he's aggressive and uses it to get double combat dodge procs on the wave. This will just overall help his clear out, help his poke, help his ability to fight in lane, and hopefully give him a chance to be able to fight among all the rest of the warriors. Yeah,
awesome. Him diving in is going to be looking forward to it. Agni is also getting a buff, it looks like, across 3 abilities. What's going on with that, Clumsy?
Yeah. These buffs are fire. So Agni's always been the
I get it.
Yeah. Agni's always been like the quintessential perfectly balanced mage, but that's something that we like to say because he's also one of our oldest gods. And, when he does rise in prevalence, as we've seen before, people are very quick to say that he needs nerfs. But it's been a little while since then. And a lot of people have been saying that Noxious Fumes is kind of just not as exciting as it could be, even though it's something that you use in conjunction with other abilities. So we've added a little bit of that heat. Noxious Fumes, now when you use it in conjunction with other abilities, where it usually would just stun, does also an extra burst of damage. So 20 to 100 plus 20% magical power scaling for that combination of abilities.
That's going to be so annoying.
Make Agni players pretty happy. As well as a couple of other mana shifts. Flame Wave, we're going to be decreasing the mana cost just a little bit off the top end to make sure he doesn't suffer from mana issues, as well as increasing the mana
it costs mana for his ult.
A lot of people did mention that 0 mana cost of Rain of Fire is kind of odd. 10 may seem pretty odd to you as well, but it's going to be a little bit, especially if he's using multiple meteors at a time, and it's also going to allow him to trigger certain mana-based item effects like Gem of Focus. So you could see that as a nerf, or you could even see it as a buff.
God, well, Agni's he's going to be on fire in the battleground soon. So next up, Amaterasu getting a buff as well to Divine Presence and Heavenly Reflection. So what's going on there, Pon?
Monarch's another character we just didn't really see much, like, not much rank contention, not much SPL contention at all. And one of those characters that we know she brings unique strengths to the team, but if she's not being valued, that means they're just not quite strong enough. So she does have decently strong clear, she has some self-mitigating tools and teamfight tools, but she's not quite bringing enough. So when she's got game fights, you're going to have extra self-mitigation.
Yes. Crazy. Oh, dude.
Brawling in lane.
Okay, screw it. You know what? I'm done with the changes.
Ability while she's in her ultimate state.
We're gonna recap the changes after. I'm just tired of doing this.
Players. I think you did as well, and yeah, again for you Charybdis players, congratulations. Lots of new fun coming, lots of new potential. Make sure that you check the update notes as well, because there's a lot of stuff happening. We have all of this in the update notes, so
we'll go through the update notes real quick just to make sure.
So look out for that. Mulan also getting a buff, and this is happening to her training arc.
This buff, I mean, Charybdis seems kind of poopy.
Yeah, one thing about Mulan is she has to kind of train her skills as she gets through the match, but that can sometimes, depending on how the lane's going, how the game's going, that can sometimes take quite a bit of time.
Trying to eat the chicken.
And so we want to give her a bit more control and ability to actually level that up on her own. So the first one is that we're actually just going to be lowering the overall skill requirement that you would need to acquire to that. From, I believe, 600 to 6,000, from like 1, 2, 3, to 500 to 5,000. So just a pretty decent reduction there. But the second one is we're actually going to make it so that you gain more skill when you use this against minions. So when the other character isn't there, you can't necessarily fight directly with the other character. You can still build up your meter pretty effectively against the minion wave themselves.
Thank God, man. I don't know why it took them so long to do that.
I want everybody to know that was something that the Olympians kind of brought to us. So make sure you're talking to the Olympians. They
common
bring
sense
us stuff all the time, and we really do try to work it in. So thank y'all Olympians. Next up, Allrun also getting a buff to overflowing divinity. So what's happening with that?
So we talked about spectral armor being one component of why Allrun may not be actually used that often. Another component is just, even when people aren't being spectral armor, buying spectral armor, as we saw a lot, he's still not really that strong.
New classic
so
god?
we wanted to use small buffs at a
Olympians?
time. So
Olympians are like the community.
The second one is a second ability over
high-res interns.
Is going to be doing a little bit more
I don't know how to explain it.
per each shot.
Like
but
the community can go to them with issues, and they have meetings with high-res.
So your first couple of shots with the sun fiery projectile will be dealing more damage.
Awesome.
DM Bren said, unpaid interns.
Next up, Sylvanas also getting a buff to Nature's Bounty, which is his new passive, right?
Yep, his new passive. So with his new passive, we saw a lot of people pick him up.
A lot of them tend to get big egos.
Doing about as well, maybe actually a little bit worse than the kind of random root passive. That probably saved people more than they realized. And one piece of feedback that we've really gotten is that, especially as a support Sylvanas, you're often not able to get to 20 to really make use of that 1 second cooldown reduction to be a big boy late game. And so we're just going to decrease that to 17, make it match more directly with our other kind of support specific level thresholds. And we're just going to see where it goes from there. A lot of people are starting to figure out how they can leverage this to have really good early mana sustain.
Oh god.
A lot of people are figuring out how
Dude,
they can use
the chants in Smite game are so cringe sometimes.
So we're going to see how people continue to play.
Like cringe, or they
further adjustments to
the
it.
chants are like
this one should
everything.
be just a nice quality of life change, so you can actually play most of your games with the full 1 second strength of Nature's Bounty.
Yeah, getting to that earlier is going to be wild for sure. The mini game of collecting all those seeds it's an interesting.
I don't know,
dance.
Stealth. Like
finally, Vulcan is as well.
I feel like
getting
it's a good change.
Earthshaker. So what's happening there, Clumsy?
Well, Vulcan's one of those gods where, if you see a good one in lane, you're kind of scared because he has a lot of potential.
That's gonna be fucking annoying in Duel, man.
A lot of people actually, clamoring for.
We're gonna reduce Kraken to 20-second ults.
Be very careful with what we chose, and Earthshaker is one of those abilities where it's kind of the make or break.
Shut the fuck up, Trelly.
If you that ability or user
Shut the fuck up.
He's probably gonna just get killed pretty quickly. So we're gonna be reducing the cooldown, scaling, going to 70 seconds at rank 5. For Vulcan's ultimate, and that should help him throughout the game, put a little bit more threat onto the enemy team, kind of in a similar way that Rod does.
Awesome. Well, that does it for the
show us the Banshee. Show us the Banshee.
Going live October 19th. Super excited about it.
Would she be a Gilf?
Update notes to review all of what
well, she's dead. Is Anami a Gilf?
Next up, we will have the.
They're at least like a couple hundred years old.
See you there.
Oh, the skins. They haven't even shown the skins yet. I thought they already showed most of them.
Why settle for less when we can be whoever we choose?
Wait, what? Are they just showing skins that are right?
You fight without honor. What's wrong?
You know what's cooler than that? My gemstones. Whoa. I got some new ones. Look at this geode.
Super exciting. And welcome back, Smite fans. You might notice I have two amazing new guests here with me. We have Titan Forge Tina and Lermy Wormy here with me. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Watching the rotor? I did, yep.
I am fabulous.
McGill.
It is Wednesday. It's been a good week. It's been a busy week. Obviously, I mean, you can see we've had so many things we're working on.
I don't know how people
I'm
just
sure
look
it's
into the
the same
camera
for
like that.
y'all,
Like,
but, yeah, super
hello
excited.
guys,
Actually,
what is
I
going
wanna
on? It's
start.
Rexsi
Lermy,
here
I wanted you to
today.
give a little more introduction. I hear you've been moving and shaking a little bit.
I guess for this kind of thing, it makes more sense.
So some of you guys in the community might know me from, streaming, casting. I've done a lot of stuff in my time with Smite, but over the past month, I've actually transitioned to a new role. So now I'm officially a god designer on the battleground, and it's been amazing so far. And
Wow.
in the future, I might even get to make my own god. We'll see. But for now, I'm
Let
doing
me
a
make
lot
a
of
god.
learning, and it's been
It'll
amazing
be Kratos.
so far, and I'm so thankful to be here.
Older with 4
We are
arms.
certainly thankful to have you here, and everybody give her a massive congratulations. That's super awesome. Can't wait to see your god hit the battleground.
Hurry up.
You get on that, so we're looking forward to it. So let's dive in. We're starting off.
Didn't ask.
Yeah, we're starting off with some skins from the Odyssey Perilous Seas, as you might have just seen in the video prior. And the first one is Cosmic Fortune Ganesha. So
Ooh,
that is
Rex isn't god of that.
very glowy.
I would not work for high-res.
Like banishing the dark, scary thing in the bottom corner too.
Oh, I thought it was a
love
cloud.
little, like vortexes in his ears too. Oh my
Sorry, I
goodness.
should say
there's so
I
much
would never get a
detail
real
in this
job.
skin.
Oh my god.
Wow, yeah, I never even noticed.
I like that.
Ear universes. That's awesome.
Yeah. And stomach universes.
The color palette on
and
this one's
stars.
so nice too.
And look at the
So
effect
warm.
under the.
I don't
feet.
like how, why is it
Really
purple
cool.
in the back and red in the
Staring at
oh. Oh,
What an
if it
absolutely
shifts,
great
that's
skin.
sick.
Let's hear what the voice line sounds like.
It looks like it's shifting.
Expanding the cosmos is the only way to
I'm having deja vu. Did I have a dream about this? Excuse me?
That's
Victory,
nice.
Oh,
shall
so
have,
nice
yeah.
soothing
serene.
voice.
Just so
I know,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Always so calming.
I'm here, asshole. I can see you.
Cat Force Hercules. Let's see what that looks like.
Oh my goodness.
That
What
is
the
100%
this is
me in the corner,
Hercules?
or like in the side running away, by the way. So
That's
just
Hercules?
FYI.
I just
Oh
got
my
flamed
gosh.
while I'm watching.
I love it.
I need to see this in
Oh,
game.
what a great. I love
What
the
in
paint.
the hell?
Wait, to see the tiny oh my gosh, to see the tiny cat in the suit.
That guy's lucky
Yeah.
into a
Oh
mod.
my
I'd kick his
goodness.
ass.
It's a
at
cat,
that
man.
I will
tail.
be using this.
That tail looks like a nut.
Bald
I love
tail.
I don't know. The
Oh,
tail
pink and
feels a
blue
little
is
too limp
so
for me,
nice.
dude.
It's
That's
solid,
weird.
too.
I don't know. The tail kind of weirds me out.
Yeah.
Is that just me?
Like
Does
on
the
the
tail just
feet,
weird me
yeah.
out? I mean, it's a cool skin.
The mace too, the little paw.
Yeah.
It just
That's
isn't really
so great.
moving.
Let's-
It's
let's
freaking me
hear-
out.
let's hear what the voice sounds like.
Threats have been identified.
Oh,
My specifications fully encompass dealing
please.
with
I don't
those
want
of this
any of those in
caliber.
my game. Oh,
Dang, consider it
Wow.
dealt with.
is the furry working at high res?
That's cute.
Probably half the art
Yeah.
team.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's
Kidding.
threatening, and then you go, "Oh," but you're.
There are a
afraid
lot of like animal-based skins, though, man. Holy
still.
shit!
So good.
They had a whole fucking pass of that
So
shit
next up,
like
we
recently.
Have, it's with the Kitty Karna. It's a viewer pass. Viewer
Please don't tell me it's another kitty skin.
Karna, Kumba Karna. So we're continuing with cats here.
Oh, she looks so fluffy.
Big sleepy boy.
Who
I feel that.
who the fuck asked for all these cat skins?
feel like
Who
that's
the
why I
fuck?
look like
Who
that.
is working in high res that is like with the cats,
Yeah.
bro? There's so many
It looks
cats.
like
Like I don't mind. It's cool and all. Throw some more animals. Why is it all cats?
Look at those big blue.
What do they
eyes,
watch that
dude.
fucking
Wow.
Egyptian cat video and just
Awesome. The staff is really cool too.
da 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 da.
That and the hat has like ear holes too. That's
Ears.
perfect. I love that.
Yeah, that's custom made.
It's not like it's a bad skin. I'm just tired, man. There's so many fucking cat skins.
Let's hear what he sounds like.
Yeah, like
Train
dog
to
sharks. That's
defeat
pretty
the
cool.
greatest enemy, yourself, and
I
to
don't know.
discover
That's just my
the
opinion.
greatest
No, you
master.
like the skins. You like the skins. My friends like the Nico pass or whatever.
That is awesome. He sounds so wise.
Yeah,
I'd let him teach
and
me.
badass. He will punch your face in.
With a meow. All right, so next up, we actually are moving
That was pretty good,
into skins with the Reaping event. So October is upon us. And
Archon Uller, come on.
We're gonna show off some of these skins, and then we'll get into the kind of the details. But
Kinda
first,
cool.
we have Beast Seer Artio, and just look at that.
Artio has some sick skins. I like gods that like can transform like that. There's always good potential with it. It's like a tier 5, right, where it has transformations,
have a
but
pandemic
you can
bear?
just go
Is
with
that why she's
the
wearing a
different
mask?
designs.
Yeah, I mean, always better safe than sorry.
The bear is really cool.
Wow.
I feel like the color's a little less prominent. I mean, I get my hopes up too much usually for card art. It's just because like the eyes glow and like the colors seem so much more apparent. But then like the color scheme kind of changes when it's in game. It's cool.
Be afraid when it is charging at
Is that a
me.
recolor?
Let's hear the
It's
voice.
similar, but it's... Is that a recolor?
Losing doesn't matter. We all
It looks
shall
really
return
similar to another
the
skin.
end.
Like the branch things on the back. Isn't there another one that's like it?
It's
Well,
nature.
awesome. It sure is neat. Next up, we have Halloween Hysteria Baron Zombie. Let's see how that goes.
Yay! I've been wanting another pumpkin skin.
I love this skin
Oh my
so much.
goodness. The pumpkin head.
Mommy?
with the
I mean,
little
mommy?
slash
I mean,
through
mommy?
it. Oh my gosh. I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
seen
okay.
some of y'all make
The face is a little different, though, isn't it?
I want to see that.
True. Dude, tweet us if you make that. Tweet it at us.
Did they not make a Halloween or a
Oh,
pumpkin
that's so
face
good
one
looking.
last time?
Oh my
Ooh, I like
God,
the
look at
ribs.
bones!
Yeah,
Jinx!
so good.
That's so awesome.
He's like a snake ghost.
Yeah,
And
he's
he's
like
dancing.
boogieing too. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I
That's so
absolutely
fun.
love it.
I like the ghost.
I love all the little
Oh
details, like
my
the tattered
goodness.
pants too, with the leg bone and stuff. Just it looks so good.
That's overall a pretty good skin.
Absolutely love
He's
it.
I wonder what the old looks
freaking
like.
cool.
Exactly.
True, creepy, and cool. Let's hear what he sounds like.
Bones are shaking.
I want to shove that pumpkin on my ass.
And the glow of fire is all that
You guys ever hear about that meme? That's like a big meme right now for some reason. What is that meme even? Pumpkin ass thing.
And it's a spooky mood.
Okay.
It's kind of a boogie mood too.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
Ghost looks like a
Next, we
sperm.
have
Why did you
Crimson
say that? God
Steel
damn it.
Ares.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now this one is
Oh.
dope.
Discount
You
tier
guys-
5.
Red eyes.
Insane.
I know, right?
Hey! Stop! That's not your food.
I love that sword too, kind of like the two edges but split
No,
up the
stubble.
middle. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, and the
Whoa.
shield
Cape looks
too,
cool.
it's got the little like demonic face on the front. I'm sure that's where the fire comes from, but
Oh, yeah,
he's
no
looking
doubt.
good.
Kind of gives me some Castlevania vibes,
good.
just like the other skin that came out recently, the Hui
That
one.
sword,
I
though,
just-
that two-prong.
Totally agree. It's super great looking, and like the like.
What does that remind me of?
shield,
The
too. There's,
armor.
like, so much going on. Very
He's
vampire.
Like regal
I like that
and
skin.
evil
It's pretty cool.
And undead, and he will be
It reminds me, like the armor reminds me of something. I can't put my finger on it though.
I mean, he could be. It looks like he serves some
Lich
kind of
King-
vampire.
Lich King from-
role. He is the
Baby.
vampire
But Lovecraft?
lord.
That's like, that's true. I don't think that's the armor I'm thinking of
Let's
though.
hear what he sounds like.
Overlord?
High Council's orders, we go to war.
Version's a little weird. I feel like the shield's kind of really close
like
to
you
him.
said,
Okay,
five
Is that
minutes.
normal?
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Super
a council
awesome.
of vampires. Could be.
Yeah,
think
maybe it's
so.
Council of Vampires.
I like that they're going with the vampire
think
theme
so.
this Halloween though.
Next up, we have Wise Guy Cupid.
Oh my god.
Oh my
What the fuck
Don't
is that?
get me started on the skin.
I love his face. I love it so much.
Please make his face cool in game.
Oh my
Don't give him
God.
duck lips.
Look at him.
I was not expecting that for a Cupid skin.
That's a thug. Also worth noting
Yeah,
with this
he's a
one.
thug.
Oh, that looks so good.
Alright, I like that skin.
So
It's pretty
handsome,
cool.
too. Worth noting with this one, this is a community concept skin. So thank you, Rob Draws, for this concept. We love it. It's awesome, and here it is.
I want
Live in action.
I want the feeling of your own community
I mean,
skin
this is new
coming
best
out.
Cupid
I want
skin,
some of.
right?
I had two
I'm
like community
feeling
skins. I've always
yes.
wanted
It's a
one,
hard
dude.
yes. Let's hear what he sounds like.
Oh, look at all these people coming to our speakeasy. Well, welcome.
Hey,
Well,
Limbo.
don't worry.
Is it a drum gun? I love the
I
gun.
take care of my own.
I like this skin. This is a cool skin.
So good. He takes care of his own.
I
You ain't
know,
gotta worry.
right?
Look at those fucking eyebrows. Look at that
I love
schnoz.
the suit. I
Yeah.
love his
That
jawline.
jawline.
And everything.
Jinx.
Next up, we
It's great.
exactly.
Thanatos
Next
or
up, we have Omniscient Oracle Zeus.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Holy
There's
shit!
too many arms on that one.
And
Oh
That's
my
his head.
god! What is this skin?
That eye is his head.
What the fuck is this? This is
freaked out
cool.
at
What a
the
cool.
art.
What? That's
Oh my
cool.
gosh.
That is a cool concept. Oh, and it doesn't look as cool in game, but it's still cool.
Oh, he is so spooky.
Oh, he's got some flesh flaps.
Oh,
Dude,
the
flesh flaps are
arms.
the scariest things, dude. I don't know about
Yeah.
flesh flaps.
Look at all those
Yeah.
arms.
I don't.
Ew.
I mean, I like it, but in the kind of way that I don't like it, you know? If that
The,
makes
the,
sense.
I
the
went to
mouthpiece
horror
and the
movies
middle
to get
eye
scared,
seem
right?
less
I played
apparent than they did in the
Livestream
card art.
scared
Is the
by
only
opponents.
thing.
Yeah.
Still
They're
fucking what a.
mental crits. You're
Oh
landing
my god,
mental
dude!
crits
God
with
damn it! I'm not
the
gonna be here for the
skin
fucking
in. Like,
PTS
that's
this weekend. God damn it! Unless it
You're
comes
You're
out
gonna
today.
sass aggro because he's like
Feet threw me off.
the Zeus Juice player.
That is a pretty. I like the con. It reminds me of Soul Calibur.
You shall bow before my masters and I.
And I.
He just wants to give you a hug.
Oh
Get
my
it, 'cause-
God.
It's on his shoulder. I get it.
Therefore, that skin is really cool. I'm gonna get a lot of views off that
Alright,
clickbait.
Next up, we have Screamy Chibi Izanami. It's almost a tongue twister.
She's so cute.
She is.
With the big head.
Why
Oh
does
my
that? Why does
goodness.
that villager have a notch in his
The big
eyebrow?
glowing eye too. Oh, I love
She's
Is
it.
there a
adorable.
pupper? There's a pupper bottom left.
Oh, there is a pupper. It's mighty spooked though. That's a spooked pupper.
Yeah, it's my. It's,
I would be
it is.
too. I'd be wanting to get out of there.
Yeah. Man, I love it.
Love it.
Aw.
Jesus.
Oh my god, the little
That looks better
She's
in
cute
game.
and creepy.
I know.
I know, right? I think her eyes changed too since it's a chibi.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
maybe.
should.
I love her.
Oh, you'll have to be on
Yeah,
the lookout
robot
for those
chicken.
expressions.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the expressions. Yeah, let's see if she changes her expression.
It'll be good
I'm
to
sure
watch.
that she
Not
has
yet.
some crazy ones. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Thanatos one that we did a while ago had some insane ones.
Don't
so
say that
she probably
name.
has some great ones as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's scary.
So-
Very emotive. Let's hear what she sounds like.
Wants the chicken.
Finally free! You know how grueling it was to be stuck with those boring spirits in the underworld?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
I'm laughing
voice
because I wrote
actress
it.
just had helium.
I'm gonna pee. Nothing crazy happened, please.
Maybe that's why your head is so big.
Industry secrets right there. All right. So next up, we're moving to the Halloween chest now, which was still part of the reaping. And we have Cyber Shadow Merlin.
Oof. Okay. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
I will be using this skin from now on. There is no other Merlin skin.
I knew you would
Oh,
say
I
that.
love
I mean,
Damn it.
look at the eyeliner. I mean, he's committing to the look.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
that's
There is
dedication.
eyeliner. You're right about that.
Dedication to the.
I
look.
ran all the way for this. Ooh, that looks actually pretty
Oh my
cool.
gosh, the
Wow.
little cube in his hand too. Look at those.
And the hair though.
Thank God I pulled my pants up. I almost
Yeah, I love
fucking
that
didn't.
cube.
Takes care of
I
I
himself.
ran here
Look at
fast.
I know, right? All that techie stuff too. Like. the
So
wires
wait,
and
does his
stuff.
entire form change? Like if he changed it, because like it's got the
I love this skin. I
color
love all the
scheme,
blue.
too.
Like, what if it
Those
switches
just
to
the
red?
Best colors together, purple and blue. I mean, you cannot go wrong.
Does this whole thing change? Goose, that's really cool.
Couldn't agree more. Let's hear what it sounds like.
The surrounding shadows are brimming with energy. I can use them.
They
all
should
to
have had
sway
me
the
voice the
battle in our
skin.
favor.
E-girl's panties get wet at the thought of
Sounds
me.
like a hunk. Check, check, and check.
Oh yeah. Uh huh. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up, no doubt. All right, so there is.
You know what'd be really
technically
funny?
One more skin, but it is for a god we might not have talked about yet, so we're gonna save it for after.
What if, okay, guys, would this be weird? What if we had a bunch of fucking male guys right here, like right there, right? Instead of the girls. Male cast, and every time a hot skin came on, they'd be like, oh my god, look at the ass on that one. Oh my god, ooh, it's gonna make me act up. Like, wouldn't that be fucking weird? Like,
Section.
like the girls can do it, but I feel like if the guys do it, am I not wrong? Like
items from the Halloween chest.
Like, woo!
And the direct purchase skins from the actual event.
I would adjust my pants.
Collecting these pumpkins will unlock reward skins, and for each time you roll the Halloween chest, you will receive a pumpkin.
I feel like guys would get attacked if they're just like, wow, this girl's really attractive.
Each of the direct
Girls just like,
purchase
woo,
skins
my
will
god, look at this
also
hunk. Oh my god, sit on my
So,
lap.
for
I don't know.
example, if you want, you can buy 1 chest roll, which will.
I'm just
grant you
saying, it feels
pumpkins,
a
and
little
you can
like
buy
if
2
guys
of the
did
direct
that.
Purchase reaping skins, and it'll grant you 2 pumpkins, so you can kind of mix and match as you go. But you can only collect 6 pumpkins in total. And what's important about
This
the
is so
pumpkins
meaningless to me,
is
dude.
that you can unlock rewards with them, like skin rewards.
I keep getting those
So
Odyssey
for
chests,
collecting
but I
2
have everything, so I
pumpkins,
just
you
keep.
will
I have
unlock
like
the
100 days worth
Bandit
of
skin.
boosters.
And for
But I'm
collecting
max
6
level.
pumpkins, you will unlock the Chibi Izanami skin. And yeah,
I was
that's
just,
all for that
it was
part.
just
And then
a
the
joke about
second
double
part
standards.
is the quests, and it's free for
What?
everyone. Basically, you're trying to help Ardio escape from a creepy coffin that has locks on it, like tons of locks on it. And each week, we will release 2 quests. If you complete those 2 quests, it will unlock the first lock on the creepy coffin. If you complete 6 quests, you will unlock the survivor player title. And if you unlock all the quests, if you complete all the quests, you will unlock the Ardio Seer skin that we just saw earlier.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, that's super exciting. Again,
Super
that's
exciting.
coming with the 8.10 update live October 19th. So
I'm
look
glad
out
we did
for
this
that.
right before the
Partake
big god
in
reveal.
The reaping. Well, Tina and Lermy, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me here. And
New god, let's go!
we'll see y'all in just
Ah, I'm a banshee. Ah, ah. I love that shot, by the way, with the lightning thing. I can't wait to scream. Ooh. Hey, it's me. That was your first mistake, thinking you could close the door on a ghost. That's like me with a bowl cut. Oh, that looks so cool. I love that. Cliodhna. What the fuck? Why is all the names so hard to pronounce? Like, I swear to God, they're gonna make a both of these gods. Like, they're just
Hello again,
working
Smite
towards
fans,
it.
And welcome back.
Hey,
If you
it's
weren't Totally
Ajax.
scared away by what just happened a second ago. I am now here with Fawn and AJ. So welcome aboard.
You know,
y'all.
he wears that like all the time. Wait, I can't even hear Ajax.
Yeah, you're Lermy now.
Uh-oh.
Fawn looks to be a little stuck.
Pong's stuck in time. Ajax, you can't hear him. He's Lermy wormy.
AJ, I'm having trouble hearing you on my end.
Oh yeah. Okay. I've been jumping into the
There
show
it
late.
is.
This is my bad.
Wait, guys, I'm Pon.
There it
Wait,
is.
I need to look at Pon.
Thanks.
Me and Pon are gonna have a
It's
stare
Fawn
down.
over here. So looks like Pawn is still.
You wanna go,
frozen,
Pon?
so I'll hop back
He's
up,
not
but
frozen.
yeah,
He's
we're-
just really deeply focusing on his new god release.
You're saying he was scared stiff by the trailer, is what I think I'm hearing.
Like, have you ever seen Paul play Pro League? He's just always frozen in that same stance while he's playing. That's what Pon.
What if Pon didn't realize that he had it was his turn to come up and it froze and he's like picking his
Intensely
nose or
focused
something?
on it. Well, we're here for Cliodhna. We're excited for her release. We finally let y'all see her recently, and there's a lot to go about her. So, I mean, AJ, do you just want to dive in and start?
Pon's like, Ajax, I swear to fuck you, watch
what
your mouth.
Cliodhna looked like as we were flushing her out.
Yeah, I can go into some of the brief overview on her.
I love Ajax,
Cliodhna
man.
is the Celtic Banshee Queen.
I hung out with him at Worlds and he's still like we were having a drink and he just still wore that sweater
Just that Council of Gods
all the
in
time.
Irish and Celtic mythology. We've been really set on wanting to do kind of a ghostly character for a very long time. It has a very unique look to it, a very unique set of mechanics that we could bring to the game. And we were really looking for the right character, the right time, the right place. We actually went through a lot of
Ever take that off?
choices and trying to make up our decision here.
I think I saw him at Worlds with it on.
The Banshee Queen, and she's scary.
Model seems kind
Oh
of
yeah,
kind of cool.
So good. Absolutely spooky.
There's a lot of interesting.
I'm not too interested about the model. Ooh, I like the glowing under the. Makes her feel more like a ghost.
She's actually quite
Weapon
a
looks cool.
goddess. There's a lot of interesting tales about her powers involving.
Not a huge fan of the
love
robes.
and romance
Hood looks
and
cool.
beauty.
Fingers.
We chose to take a slightly different
Arms,
direction.
the
with our
bandages are
just because of
cool.
The character being a banshee and the queen of the banshees.
Hair looks nice.
Players would have been a little confused if
I like the
Queen
glow.
Banshee looked like a kind of a beautiful normal woman. So we leaned into the actual banshee which is the
Big
being
knife. I don't think that could be
rules
classified
over,
as a knife.
made her really look
Ooh, I
like
like the way her
a
hands
version
move.
of
That's
all
creepy.
those banshees instead.
I can definitely
Looks like
see
she's
it.
doing some ninjutsu.
And she's definitely creepy.
Oh yeah.
That's still Smash.
I mean, it's only exonified by seeing her in action. So are we ready to steer in game?
Wait, was that Pom Pom that just
I think
joined?
we're good. Clean
Oh.
attacked my webcam, so I think we've resolved that now. So I think we can go straight into game and show
Ooh,
off
she
the
does
kit.
look pretty cool in game.
Awesome.
Ooh, I like the way
She
she
is
moves.
going up.
Look at with her hand goes behind her back. That's fucking cool. I like that.
So we're gonna show what happens when you might.
I like the
fight
way she
between them.
stands. It's so creepy. That's sick. What the fuck just happened?
She is a tear in the jungle. Let's show off the rest of the abilities.
That was
What
already.
just happened?
Spooky.
That's some cool looking abilities, I will
Do
say.
it.
What
show
the?
Show everybody.
Whoa! What the fuck is that?
So
Oh, look at the
awesome
jump
up there. She
too.
is truly
She really feels like a banshee, dude. That's fucking
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
So many things to go over.
So many things
there.
just happened. That was like 8
Let's get into it.
passives.
Let's start with that passive. Lay it down for us.
Yep. So the passive is phantasmal. So the idea here is that she can essentially take on a ghostly form and walk into walls. And so you can see here, as I walk into that wall, I have a brief entering time before I go in there. But now that I'm in here, I can actually walk
Taking damage.
completely into this wall, walk through it,
And
walk
you're
anywhere I
invisible,
want
even to wards?
and then I can exit at any time. And you can see that I'm taking more and more and more damage.
That's
as I
very
stay
little
inside
damage,
here.
though.
This passive has a lot of
Okay.
rules about what you can.
I'm sure they'll
do
change
with
it.
So the first one is it has a cooldown. You can only do this once every 16 seconds, and it
Okay.
happens when you leave.
Thank God.
The second is that if you're crippled or below 25% health, you can't enter the wall. So
Okay.
if you're able to cripple her or get her low enough health, she can't just immediately sneak away into a wall. And the third is that when you have this on cooldown, you actually have an indicator in game like, hey, you can't do this.
That's
Can't
cool.
go into this wall.
This character looks
So
really
there's a whole bunch
cool.
going on here to make sure that
Oh,
one,
she's
it's
an
visually
assassin
clear
too, man.
to your ability to enter a wall, but also making sure that there's counterplay options. When you're inside a wall, you can see here that I have this debuff icon. You might be able to hear creepy music. You might have heard that earlier. That's an indicator that she is
Told ya.
actually in the wall next to you. And if I walk,
I told you!
And walk in it, you'll be able to hear an audio cue that
I
you've actually
told you I
entered
heard her.
an area around her. So you have some indication that you might get jumped on within a few seconds.
Wow.
So
The ability is an absolute technical marvel. The amount of
Yes.
programming and engineering that went into this ability.
I'd imagine
this
they'd have to
single
literally
ability,
scope out. I
might
wonder if you
be
could
one of
dash
the
to
top
another
developers in
area.
history to rival Olerun Alt and the Morrigan. Honestly, all the interesting choices we had to make involving what we wanted to show, what we wanted to render while players were in the wall, how we got the most important information, how we showed those borders, the boundaries of them, showed nearby gods, as well as this whole like kind of dark realm.
I
she's
really
in,
like
because
that.
if
That's
you
so
just
cool.
walk
And she
into
can
a
use
Smite
abilities in
wall,
them, that's
you'll
what I
see all
thought.
sorts of the insides of video
Wait, so
game
can she
models
use
or
them out of the
things
wall
like
and then just
through
leave
them,
another
so you
area?
couldn't
That's
just
kinda
walk
bullshit.
the camera through the wall. We really had
So you
to
just walk up,
change
spam the wall, and then walk
visuals
out the other way?
intensely to even make this work at all.
Correct.
Playable, and all of these things just came together in an absolute beauty. And like
I have so many
proud of our
questions!
team. This is really working magic as far as video games go. I'm just really impressed. This is something we've been wanting to do for years, and we finally made it happen.
Yeah, especially like from.
I
just
love
how
the
we
way
actually
she
present
moves,
this,
man.
Like the programming team has an algorithm that runs.
She
through the
feels
map
really cool.
to generate these walls, because again, like this rock might have collision that's separate from this wall, and even though as a player this looks like one solid unit, it very much isn't. So we actually had to generate these walls on the fly in real time during gameplay. The team did a whole bunch of optimization. I don't think we can really understate how much tech went into this.
Yeah, I couldn't
and overall
imagine. I was
it's
just
created such a
saying
smooth
that.
experience for this. I'm super happy with this pass as a whole.
And I mean, it just, from a perspective too of somebody who isn't, I'm not as much on the back end with the programming side, but even just from my perspective, it is insane to look at. The way the imagery of it all looks so good, the way that the gods are highlighted, just everything.
The current map is going to be almost
so
fucking
good.
useless,
Every
though.
angle, it's a great addition. So
And you can
let's
also see.
talk about
The creepy
And the only other thing I want to mention is there's a few other rules here.
What happens
when she's
if
in
she
the
goes
wall,
through a
she's
Janus
completely
portal?
unseeable and undamageable.
There's gonna be
So
some
things like
bugs, man.
won't hit you.
Ares can
that
blow
makes
her
sure
wall.
that
I don't
there's
think
no
it makes her
weird
CC immune, so I'd
edge cases that can
assume.
occur, but it also makes sense because
I wonder if you could hit her in the wall, though. If you have an ability that can go
Additionally,
through
you can actually
walls.
see, so
I have
wall
so many
here. There's
questions,
definitely a
man.
clean it in that wall. I can't see her. The only indication I have that she's there was the fact that I could like hear her around me.
You can't
and
see
when
them
she
at
goes on the wall,
all.
she completely disappears as well. So that's the main rules that you'd want to know about when you're fighting this. Is when she's in the wall, she's very much safe. But again, she's taking tick damage while she's in there, so she's on a timer. She has to get out of there, and so if you can surround like a wall, like especially some of the smaller walls, you can cut off her escape paths. And if she chooses to stay in there for too long, you can just kind of wait her out. And if she exits, she's going to be like half health if she couldn't get anything going. So there's a lot of counterplay opportunities there. And I think the only final thing to mention, because this
Be a lot of
again,
glitches,
is probably
guaranteed.
the biggest part of her kit. She has 10% physical ability lifesteal while she's inside a wall, as well as for a brief window when she exits. This is kind of encourage aggression with it. You want to use it aggressively against your opponents and kind of offset the damage that you're taking inside the wall.
I hope this
At least
character
for the
makes a
very
big difference in the
first window of
game,
opportunity we
dude.
have
She
with
seems
it.
really
So
interesting.
Just an extra nice thing that she can use if she wants to use this aggressively to be rewarded for it.
Now, I know we're going to get a lot of questions, and Pon, clarify me if I'm wrong, but just to make things a little bit easier, when people are like, oh, can I Nuwa alter in a wall? Can I Nox dash inside her and go into a wall? Can I Horus dash to her and then she go in the wall? The answer is no to everything. Like, we pretty much remove Cliodhna from the game while she's in the wall.
Yes.
You don't get to
So
do...
when Nox...
We're really trying to make sure that we are...
That's so fucking
we're trying to
busted.
make sure
Jesus
we get a lot of
Christ.
those difficult edge cases out of the way, a lot of potentials for unintended gameplay. Really, we're focusing this entirely on Cliodhna's
That's gonna be hard to
We're
balance.
not really wanting situations where other gods are getting pulled into walls or hitting her or anything.
That is
she
a big
completely
passive, man.
Disconnected in as many ways as possible while she's in those walls.
You
And
know
of
what? You know
course,
what Raw's
during the
passive
PTS
is? He
sessions,
fucking
we're really
moves
testing,
faster.
And, you know, the people who love to try to find if any of those edge cases still work, please do report those, and we will take a look at them immediately. But that is our design intent, right, Pon?
And super rapid fire to answer some questions I'm seeing. Nox gets auto ejected because she can't eject inside the wall, so she just gets kicked out. Athena, if you walk onto her before she enters a wall, you'll just go to the last valid location Cliodhna was standing. You can't walk onto her while she's inside a wall.
Yeah.
Those are the major ones. Horus, when you start flying there, you'll just stop at the wall. Tsukiyomi, if you ult her before she enters the wall, you'll kind of she'll be removed from your dash target list, so nothing will really happen in that case. So we've done a lot of testing here. I'm sure you guys will find something, but we've done as best we can to make sure that this very game-breaking passive, because this does fundamentally break a lot of the rules that we have in Smite, is intuitive, is smooth, and interacts with all our existing rosters as smoothly as possible.
Hey, sexy Rexsi. You
Yeah,
can
the
more
biggest
than
thing that hurt
alter
my
an
feeling about that was
undeforming
learning
wall.
that you can't,
Maybe.
you know, give
I'm
high
sure
fives
there's,
to,
like I said, there's definitely tons of fucking bugs.
So how about Banshee's Wail? Let's see what her her first ability looks like.
So let's do the first ability. We have the Banshee's Wail. This is a 3-part channel. Oop. Something weird. There we go. Sometimes in this dev it can get a little bit funky. So we got the scream. It's 3 parts. The final hit hits the hardest, and you can see that final scream actually causes the target to be silenced, but that's not all. They're also deafened when that hits. If Lermy is here, if she wants to cast the ultimate and then hit me with the deafen ability, you'll be able to hear the audio disappear.
What?
So you can hear that kind of dip out and then dip back in of the audio. This is essentially removing your ability to hear for just a brief window of time, and then
doesn't last very long.
Could potentially snipe you, or Thor could dunk on you. Just a nice nod to the fact that this is a.
I assumed it was going to be like a little longer than that, but I'm okay with that.
That is
New mechanic.
So wild.
And that's not all. It has a passive interaction. When you're inside the wall, you can cast it along the wall, and you might wonder, what is that thing that's
That's what that
instead
was.
of Cliodhna? Well, if Lermy can cast the one.
Oh, that's what that
spooky
was.
wall face that was at the end of the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah, so I
That's
know
kinda cool.
there were some expectations potentially for a stance changer for this character, you know, which we're not super keen on doing, but you can kind of look at this kit as if it was a stance change, because you have the in-the-wall kit and the out-of-the-wall kit. You have a lot of different changes to all the abilities, depending on whether you're in or out.
And it is just insanely spooky. It's jump scares, man. I'm gonna be walking through the jungle.
I'm gonna
going to get
shit my
speed
pants.
cam,
I
and
get jump
faces
scared
will
so
pop out, and
easily.
I'm gonna, like,
I get jump
alt
scared by
4
circuits going invisible. I'm fucked.
So we can go on to the next
Oh,
ability.
you can hear her crying, though.
We
That's
have
so cool.
Flickering Visions. So Flickering Visions is actually a line skill shot with an exploding AoE. Pretty standard stuff. But you can see that that target is marked. And what that target mark means is that they can no longer see me. So if I were to hit the center Odin, the
Oh,
center
that's
Odin
the
would be
invis thing you're
inside of
talking
me,
about.
but the other Odins can totally see me still. It's a targeted stealth.
That's
So
cool,
only the
man.
person
What the
I hit is
fuck? That's gonna be.
actually
That's
using the
actually
stealth,
useful
and
in Duel
then
for
once you
once,
cast
rather
it,
than a
we can see what that
team.
looks like. So she completely disappears from my vision. If she then uses the 2 and then attacks, you can see that she kind of flickers into existence for that attack.
That is sick! What the fuck? That's awesome!
With, like revealing based off being hit. But this is essentially a way that she can.
This god is so
hit you
cool
with the 2,
looking,
and then if she
man.
wants to try
What
and
the
run away, She
hell?
potentially can. If she wants to try and get into a wall, she can. If she wants to get around you and surprise you from the other side, where you weren't expecting it, she can. But the rest of the team can see this. And so you can also kind of play off your team's ability of fighting Cliodhna.
This god seems so cool.
Just a very different take on the stealth that we've had in the game from before.
And she actually has a dash, thank fuck.
And the fact that you have to hit someone before you can be.
I want to say I'm going to main the fuck out of this god, but I'm going to wait till I actually play her a bunch.
Elements regarding stealth where you can use it.
His
when
Charybdis,
you're
I
very
also,
far
I really
away,
thought I was going to main her. Her kit seemed really
to engage,
interesting.
to
Not as
escape.
interesting as
Really,
this.
this is like a
But
really
I was
unique
super
take on
intrigued to
combat stealth,
actually
which lets her get a little
get
bit
a
of positioning or a
Charybdis,
very
but
specific one-on-one
she's just so
advantage
buggy and shit now.
in a skirmish, which I just think is super smart design and a very cool evolution for the game.
And it adds such a level of mental play too to being in the jungle, because if you're in a jungle,
I love her
fight,
jumps
you hit
too, man.
somebody with that and then dive into a
She's
wall
so
to
similar
attack,
to a Banshee.
even
I
if
love
the
it.
blind wears off and they can hear you, there are walls all over the jungle. Who knows where you're going to come from? So there's a lot of play there, and I think that's really cool.
Is
And
that
it is an
passive
AoE, so
meter
if you hit multiple gods with the
in
explosion,
reference
they all
to
can't
it
see
being
you,
in the
so it's
wall,
not
I
just
wonder? Because
one
there's
person.
two passive
If you're able to
meters.
catch them all together, you could potentially deny the entire team vision.
The crying in the walls, that's creepy as shit, man. I love it.
So much to play. That's super awesome. So how about ability number 3? What's going on with ability number 3?
So ability number 3 is Lurching Claw. This is the movement ability of the kit, as well as a kind of different way of doing a cone attack. So we have a charge into a cone fire. So you can see it's pretty straightforward there. The dash does damage, the claw does damage, but you can stop it at any
Ooh, I like
point.
that mechanic.
So you can charge forward
I love
there.
that kind of like.
You can charge,
Ooh.
cancel a bit early. You can aim freely while you're charging, turn around and cancel wherever you want. So this is basically
Love that shit.
you can choose to
Auto
move as far as you
cancel to
want,
that.
and then once you cancel, you're gonna do that
So you
claw
auto cancel, go through,
this does have another
turn slap,
interaction
auto.
with the wall, which is you can cast it while you're inside the wall. So you saw when we showed off the ability at the start.
I was
You
curious.
can actually just jump out of the wall, and you can see you actually cover quite a bit of distance.
That is a
as
long
well as this charge is
dash.
a little bit longer as well. So
That
the
is a
normal
big dash.
length, I think, is about 45, and the wall dash is 50, if I recall correctly. So you get a
We
little
should also
extra
note
distance.
that ability
on top of that.
2 just cannot be.
Okay, so the
used.
top one is her normal passive.
Yeah, which
so
we didn't
the
cover.
1
People
and
might have been
3
saying, "What about the ability 2 wall?" And the answer is no.
Yep, and you can see similar. You also can't fire relics as when you're inside it as well. Similar things there. That
You can't return to base.
Nope. If you try and back, you can start it, but
take
you're
damage.
gonna take damage and not be able to. But yeah, this is your ability, especially if you're trying to gank like mid
Like if you
lane.
just
This
immediately
is
go
your
on the
way
wall
to,
and then
like,
dash, you
jump
cover
into this
so much
wall.
distance. Holy shit.
Maybe you know there's no ward here. Jump up here and then come out of this wall, gank the enemy mid laner. Pretty spooky stuff if you're trying to face it.
Jesus, that would be terrifying. Just run into you. Oh my god, this is gonna be
Like
crazy.
you showed off, dash through and get behind. It's great for positioning or for stopping somebody from running by getting in front of them. Super handy. So let's talk about her ult. Let's talk about the final, tearing the veil.
Yep. So the final portion of the kit is the ult, tearing the veil. This is where she uses her claw to tear a rift between the veil of life and death and call forth her banshees. So she casts this, a rip opens, and you can see there it kind of bursts open in a big attack, and then a whole bunch of banshees come flying out of it. This ability has
that's
that
what the other
burst is
passive thing,
higher
okay.
damage,
So there's two-
followed by tick damage that decreases. So you really want to try and land an initial hit. It does quite a bit of damage. But enemies do have a lot of warning that it's coming, so they can try and avoid it. You can see there, she tried to hit me with it from inside the wall, but I saw it in time, was able to back up. You gotta be careful when you're fighting against the Cliodhna. But I also have 2 charges of this, so this is actually a charge-based ultimate. And the reason for that is, one, to give you a bit of flexibility when using this. So you
That
can choose
feels
to
so
cut off
broken,
one
man.
or
If
two
she's in a
charge and
wall,
damage them. But when you're inside the wall,
if she's
it
in a
actually
wall, it
acts
just
completely different.
casts that. Wait,
So
what?
Here you can see I cast it, and it just kind of sits there on the wall.
Okay,
It's
there we
actually
go. I was about to
not gonna do
say.
anything. And it's not going to do anything until an enemy actually walks over here. If Lermy is available. There we go. You can see it actually activates there when she actually walked near it. So she's able to place walls.
I guess there's time to juke it.
So if you
I thought
wanna
it was
use
you
this
could just
to try and
cast it as they go. That's a little
potentially,
more
one place
balanced.
that was pretty common for us to use was, at the Golden Field,
So you can leave it like a trap.
Place one here, and you can kind of
Does
cut off this
the
path.
cooldown go down
Enemies
like
who
based
walk in
on
here might
if
choose
they
to
use
walk
it? Like,
forward,
can you
and
just
teammates
put
might
it?
choose to walk backwards,
You
and
just
now we're
leave them there
split up.
forever?
So a lot of
And
interesting
then like
things
it
to do
comes
with
up
that. We wanna
again.
give you the flexibility to play around with it, so it has 2 charges, and its damage and number tuning is kind of tuned to that, so you have that flexibility.
This ability has a lot of unique applications. It's really good for cutting off paths, as it's a pretty potent slow, even if you don't get hit by the initial hit. Which, you know, it's a new god, so it's got to have slow. Thanks, Pon for that one. And
You're welcome.
It's also, when you're placing your traps, it can be really smart to place them so that they open and like fire further down a jungle path instead of just like into a short path. Like, you might think you want to just place them in that short bottleneck there, but it's much better to place one, right there, because you effectively cut off the difference between those two placements, cuts off a large amount of choices. Where you can run right past it briefly, but if you run past the other one, you cannot really retreat into your own jungle without getting hit
like
by it.
her
So
style reminds me a
really
lot of a
some
League of
smart
Legends
positioning
character. I
here
don't know
can do
why.
a lot to route enemies around. It's a little harder to just get straight up burst damage with this, but you can do a lot of good to lock people in place. And she also has a really fun jump animation that we've just been spamming
really
internally like
ghosty.
nonstop. So the animation team really went above and beyond on this character all across the board, and she's an absolutely beautiful goddess.
This character seems so cool, man.
Oh yeah.